We're moving to the Middle East next. Direct talks between Israel and Lebanon are set to resume next week, but Israel and Hezbollah continue to exchange fire, with at least 380 people killed since the fragile ceasefire took effect in April. This week, Israel also struck Lebanon's capital of Beirut for the first time since the start of that ceasefire. We're now joined live by Nadim Gemayel, a Lebanese parliamentarian for the Kataeb party. Good morning, sir. Good to have you with us. Can I start by asking you, is it fair to say now that the ceasefire has completely collapsed? And what does that mean for these talks between Lebanon and Israel?
So let's start by saying that there was no real ceasefire during this last 2 weeks, because effectively small butter and skirmish were continuing between Israel and Hezbollah in the south of Lebanon. And of course, what happened yesterday in Dahye was like a proof that the ceasefire is very, very, very shallow. Now, just to put things into perspective, we need to ensure that there is no, we are not in a war between Lebanon and Israel. The real problem is between Hezbollah and Israel, between Iran and the West, including the United States and Israel, and we are paying the price as Lebanese people.
Indeed. I will ask you about Hezbollah in just a moment, but I want to ask you about the Israeli side first, because we know the situation in the south, demolitions, shellings continue. Is that acceptable?
This is, of course, not acceptable, but this is at the same time, we need to find a final solution, and this final solution resides on the fact that we had in our south militias and military organization that are outside the state, that are outside the organization of the state, and who took Lebanon and the territory of Lebanon and the sovereignty of Lebanon as hostages and into a war that the Lebanese people didn't want. So today what we're asking is to have one army, one decision, and one authority that take all the decision on the ground.
The major obstacle to that is, of course, Hezbollah. They are the warring party, as you said, not Lebanon. But how can the Lebanese authorities now fulfill its commitment to disarming Hezbollah when the group refuses to do so, and also when Hezbollah as a political movement still holds sway over parts of the population?
This requires a lot of will. It requires a lot of courage, and it requires a decision from the head of the state in order to impose their authority and their presence. Today, the state is nearly unpresent. It declared we are a country with a flag, but without a state. And today, what we want effectively is that this state be present, be effective, and have the authority to take all the decisions. We know that this will not happen overnight. This will happen on a long path, but we need to start it, and the state needs to approve, and the state needs to be existent. Okay. That's what we're asking today from the government of Lebanon.
Okay, Nadim Gemayel, thank you so much for your time and for joining us on Europe Today this morning.